You see, all of a sudden we find ourselves in a situation where we live in a very broken world that is chaotic, that is dangerous, that is evil, that is trying to destroy. That's the world that we live in. And so because of that, we have to understand there is a battle going on all the time around us. And God says, listen, you depend on me and I'll make up the difference. But here's the key. If you read the Bible, you'll find out that God promises across the board in the final reality, which is what we're to care about. In the final reality, God will make everything right. Everything right. I want to take you into the book, into the Bible. In Revelation chapter 21, I want you to look right here in verses 1 to 5 as it describes that final reality. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth passed away, and there was no longer any sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, made ready as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is among men, and he will dwell among them. They shall be his people, and he himself will be among them. And he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will no longer be any death. There will no longer be any mourning or crying or pain. The first things have passed away. And he who sits on the throne says, behold, I am making all things new. You see, God says it's the final reality you have to think about. And in the final reality, I'm going to make all things right, guys. Here's what we get a hold of as we step back. If we look at difficult situations and how to handle it, we understand that to be able to do this thing well, we first of all have to make sure we're actually dealing with it. We're going to try and play fair with the full understanding that people won't always play fair with us. And we understand that God is there to make up the difference. And in that final reality, he'll make all things right. All of this is based on one thing. We've got to be God's own. We've got to be God's kids. So I'll tell you what, let's just focus on that this week. Let's you and I focus this week. We're going to be God's kids.